Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all praises, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. My brother Last from No Cap, Nations of Kings and Priests. All right. Want to give peace and salutations and double honors to the elders of Mashara Yasharala, who rule well, all right, who've been laboring this truth for over 30 years, all right, and enduring till this day, putting in the work, giving y'all great examples, man. All right. Want to give peace and salutations to the brothers laboring in this truth, man. Right? Going out to the highways and byways and preaching the name Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Chai. Right? Risking their lives, man. You know, still laboring, still going through the tribulations of life. And still enduring, still holding on with faith, man. Fighting the good fight. All right. Peace to you, brothers, man. From all walks of life and all walks of camp, man. All right. So wanted to bring out this quick class. It's something that when it comes to doctrine wise, a lot of these Christians, they love to go to this particular doctrine, and it is a total and misunderstanding of the Bible, right? They'll say that Jacob tricked his father Isaac, to get the blessing or to steal the blessing from Esau, right? But what we're gonna find out is, when we go through these precepts, it's gonna be clear that this was ordained from the beginning, man. And the Most High God, Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai, ordained it, man. So you cannot trick or divert. As a matter of fact, let me get that. Let me get Deuteronomy 32, right? Watch this.
Come on.
Let me get 32 and 39, right? Because y'all think like he tricked, the Most High God Yahweh to do His will when it has always been the will of the Most High God. All right, go ahead. I'll read Deuteronomy 32 and 39.
This book of Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand.
Neither there is any that can deliver from my hand. You cannot sway the Most High to do your will. His will always be done. You ain't doing a damn thing, right? In the book of Romans, it says, so it is not him that willeth, but the Most High God, right? So you can't trick him. You didn't steal nothing from him, all right? It was always ordained by the will of the Most High. Let me get one more precept on that. Isaiah 46 and verse 10, right? Isaiah 46 and verse 10.
Come on. This book of Isaiah chapter 46, verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, declaring the end from the beginning.
So the Most High God declared the end from the beginning, right? Read.
And from ancient times, the things that
and
are
from
not yet.
Salaka, and from ancient times, read.
And from ancient times, the things that are not yet done.
The things that are not yet done, meaning that these are the things that are going to be ordained and already ordained by His will. It's a set game, man. Ain't nothing we're going to be doing that's going to sway the Most High from His will. So it just like everything in Christianity, it is hypocritical for us to even put that in the vicinity of us even thinking that he tricked the blessing to come to Jacob. All right. With that being said, let's grab some understanding of the blessing, right? Because that's what we got to establish, right? Now we always say the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? Isaac being Jacob's father and Abraham being his grandfather, our forefathers, right? So let's start with Abraham, right? Let's go ahead and get Genesis 17. We're going to start at verse 1. So now we're going to have an understanding of Abraham and the blessing, because we cannot understand the blessing of Isaac and Jacob without understanding the blessing of Abraham. And we could even go a little bit farther than that. We'll go to the blessing of the Adamites, of Adam, the sons of God. We can go there too. But we're gonna keep it simple. We're gonna keep it tight, and we're gonna just hit them in the head, right? So we're gonna start off with Genesis 17. We're gonna start at verse 1, and we're gonna continue reading from there. Go ahead, King.
This book of Genesis chapter 17, verse 1. And when Abram was 90 years old and 9, the Lord appeared to Abram and said to him, hello?
Yeah, come.
And said to him, I am the Almighty God. Walk before me and be thou perfect.
Uh-huh.
And I will make my covenant between me and thee.
I will make my agreement, my covenant between me and thee, right? So now we're going to look at the establishing of the covenant that he promised us in the beginning, and now he's given it and letting Abraham know that it's going to be through him if he's obedient to the word of the Most High God, Yahweh. Keep reading.
And I will make my covenant between me and thee.
Uh-huh.
And will multiply thee exceedingly.
Right.
And Abraham fell on his face, and the Most High talked with him, saying, as for me, behold, my covenant is with thee. Thou shalt be a father of many nations.
Uh-huh.
Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be called Abraham.
Right.
For a father of many nations have I made thee.
Mm-hmm.
And I will make thee exceeding great fruit. And I will make thee exceeding fruitful.
Exceedingly fruitful, right? Read.
And I will make nations of thee.
I will make nations of thee. Read.
And kings shall come out of thee.
And kings shall come out. Now, we often do overlook that, yes, this is a blessing and a covenant, but we got to understand that the actual promise and the covenant and a blessing are two different things. Because when we read the chapter 18, we also know that Ishmael also came from Abraham. But the covenant was not given to Ishmael. It was given through Isaac, right? But now Ishmael was blessed, right? And when it says, for the nations shall be blessed through thee, that's part of those blessings that he came from Abraham. However, the covenant remains. And the covenant stands still through the seed. And we're going to go ahead and grab that, right? But keep reading.
Come. And it says, and I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee in their generations.
And thy seed after thee, right? And in every generation, right? Hey, Yakanan, Shalom, King. Hey, all is well. Go ahead, King.
Khan, for an everlasting covenant.
For how long? How long of a covenant?
For an everlasting covenant.
For an everlasting covenant. Not one that's going to end, but an everlasting covenant, right? This is a promise, right? Read.
To be a God unto thee.
Uh-huh.
And to thy seed after thee.
And to thy seed after thee. Now we're getting more specific here, all right? Go ahead, keep reading.
And I will give unto thee and to thy seed after thee the land wherein thou art a stranger, all the land of Canaan.
All the land of Canaan. Now, this is the promised land. These are the promises given to us by our most high God, Yahweh, right? Telling us that our land is promised to us. And our God always keeps his promises, right? This is specific. That land doesn't belong to anybody else but the Israelites. Well, like we read earlier, and the covenant shall be with me and thy seed, right? Keep reading.
For an everlasting possession.
How long?
For an everlasting possession.
When you read the book of Joel, you see that our land was divided. When you read the book of Leviticus, the 26th chapter, you will see that because we sinned against the Most High God, that our land will be taken over from our enemies, right? They will take our land. That's where you are today. That's why we love killing each other. That's why we cannot conform into the gods that we are, but we love conforming into what the world calls us, a bunch of niggas and spits and a bunch of savages, not realizing that the promise is only made to us. In the last days, we know that we're going to be waking up, but we know that the faces of the judges shall be covered. You are the judge. You are the kings, because kingship is rulership. You cannot have, you cannot say, you can't have the label of a king without rulership. You're ruling something. What is that something? The promise, the covenant that he made to you, right? Go ahead, grab that precept.
This book of Isaiah chapter 25 and verse 15. 65 and verse 15, so like Isaiah 65:15. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen. For the Lord
until my chosen, you shall leave your name for a curse. What are you going to be called? African American. A title that the same nation that raped, robbed, and murdered you and stole you called you, right? Hispanic, Latino, Native. These are bywords, man, right? You shall leave your name for a curse. Read on.
And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen.
Until my chosen, God. Right? Salakia. When it says until my chosen, he ain't saying the whole world. Realize that. That's my chosen according to Deuteronomy 7 and 6. That's the Israelites, right? Read.
For the Lord God shall slay thee. And call his servants by another name.
And call his servants by another name. Right? You are the servants of the Most High God. And the covenant, the promises, the blessings, the service are only given to you, man. All right? Let's go back to Genesis. Right? Where we at? Genesis.
Chapter 9. Verse 9.
Go ahead, King.
Verse 9. And God said unto Abraham, thou shalt keep my covenant, therefore, thou and thy seed after thee in their generations.
In their generations, read.
This is my covenant. Which ye shall keep between
which
me
ye and shall keep. Salakia. So now this is the solidification. This is the contract, right? Between Yahweh and our forefather Abraham, right? Who was a righteous man, who was a man of many nations, but he only had one seed that the covenant went through. Watch this. Keep reading on.
Between me and you. and thy seed after thee.
And thy seed after thee. Right? Read.
Every man child among you shall be circumcised.
Uh-huh.
And ye shall circumcise the flesh of your foreskin, and it shall be a token of the covenant betwixt me and you.
It shall be a token of the covenant between me and you. This is the flesh covenant that he made, right? This is the mark. Read.
And he that is 8 days old shall be circumcised among you, every man child in your generations.
Right.
And he that is born in the house or brought with money of any stranger, which is not of thy seed, he that is born in thy house, and he that is bought with thy money must needs be circumcised.
Must need be circumcised. Right? Go ahead, read.
It says, and my covenant shall be in your flesh for an everlasting covenant.
For an everlasting covenant. Jump up to verse 18. We're going to move along here.
And Abraham said unto the Most High, oh, that Ishmael might live before thee.
Uh-huh.
And the Most High said, Sarah, thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed.
Because he was trying to vouch for Ishmael. But the Most High God said, hold on a second. He's going to bear another son, your wife. All right, read.
And I will establish my covenant with him.
I will establish my covenant with who?
With him.
With him, read.
For an everlasting covenant.
No. You skipped a part. Read 19 from the top again.
Oh, so like it says, and the Most High said, Sarah, thy Most High said, Sarah, thy wife shall bear thee a son indeed, and thou shalt call his name Isaac.
Thou shalt call his name Isaac. Read.
And I will establish my covenant with him.
So my covenant shall be with him now. Read.
For an everlasting covenant.
For how long?
For an everlasting covenant.
Everlasting covenant. Read.
And with his seed after him.
And with his seed after him. Right? So now that we have that understanding, now that we have that spirit, because these words are spirit, right? Let's go to Genesis 25, right? Let's grab some understanding on Genesis 25, right?
Come on.
So now, give me Genesis 25. We're going to start at verse 19. From there, keep reading down to 21.
Come on. The book of Genesis chapter 25, verse 19. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old, and when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Paddan, the sister to Laban, the Syrian.
Mm-hmm.
And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife.
What did that mean? Tazadak entreated for the Lord.
Pray to the Most High.
Right. Come on. Go ahead.
Says, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him. And Rebekah, his wife, conceived. And the children struggled together within her.
The children struggled together within her. What does that mean? That means that her pregnancy, wasn't going well. And she could feel the like, a woman's pregnant, she could see the child move, I remember when my rib was pregnant with my son, he was big as hell, man. He was almost I think it was almost 13 pounds. He's a big kid and a big ass stomach, right? Every time he moved, you could see him move, right? Imagine having twins, right? They struggling in the belly. You can see something ain't right, right? So now, watch this. Keep reading.
And she said, if it be so, why am I thus?
If I'm pregnant and it's supposed to be a blessing, why is this happening to me? If this is a blessing from the Most High, why am I struggling? Why are they struggling in the some ain't right, right? Because I'm sure Isaac told her, hey, I entreated of the Lord. I prayed. He answered our prayers, man. Right? He answered our prayers. You pregnant, right? But something ain't right now. So she's asking herself, she's like, hold on, man, this is a blessing. So why is this? Why am I thus? Right? So go ahead, read.
Come on. It says, and she went to inquire of the Lord.
Stop. It says she went to inquire of the Lord. What that mean? Let's answer with scripture, right? Hold that. Let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9. Read that when you got it.
Come on. This book of 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 9.
Come on.
And it says, before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of the Most High, thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer. For he that is now called a prophet was before time a seer.
Well, a prophet was before time called a seer, right?
Come.
So go ahead, read that again.
Read verse 9.
Read verse 9 again, yep.
Come. It says, before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of God, thus he spake, come and let us go to the seer. For that is now called a prophet, was before time called a seer.
Right. So when she went to inquire, who did she go inquire? To a prophet.
Come.
Right. So go back to Genesis.
Come.
Go ahead.
So, verse 23. And the Lord spake unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb.
So now this is the prophecy. This is the answer. This is from the Lord. How come we miss this part? Right? This is a prophecy directly from the Lord. And now when it says she went to inquire, it says she went to inquire. Isaac wasn't there. Right? So now the Lord's responding to her. Go ahead.
Come. 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels.
Right? Two nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. Right? Read.
And the one people shall be stronger than the other people.
Mm-hmm.
And the elder shall serve the younger. And when her
and the elder shall serve the younger. The elder shall serve the younger. That's prophecy right there. Right? That's prophecy. So we cannot overlook that. This was given to her by the Lord. Right? How come we overlook that? This prophecy is absolutely 110% so important. Why is it important? Because it literally tells you why the children are struggling behind in her belly. It tells you the beginning and the end of these worlds. It gives you that, right? It tells you this information. But like in Christianity, they don't understand prophecy. In Christianity, they don't understand nothing, man. I don't want to hear no Hebrew Israelites teach this either, man. This is like, breakdown 101, man. Prophecy 101. Right? Keep reading up.
God. It says, and when her days to be fulfilled And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over like in her hairy garment. And they called his name Esau.
Right.
And after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel.
His hand took hold of Esau's heel. Read.
And his name was called Jacob. And Esau, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them.
Right.
And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter. A man of the field.
A hunter, a man of the field. Read.
And Jacob was a plain man.
A plain man. He liked to chill.
Chilling.
Like to chill.
Salakia.
I mean, us Jakes like to chill, man. You know. I don't have to. Like not that much, but I do like to chill. All right.
Too much nowadays.
Yeah, God. Some of y'all Jakes do a little, chill a little too much. Anyways, go ahead, Al.
It says dwelling in tents. And Isaac loved Esau.
And Shalakia. And Isaac loved Esau. Why?
Because he did eat of his venison. But Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob sawed pottage. And Esau came from the field, and he was faint.
He was tired, right, Reed?
And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage.
With that same red pottage, Reed.
For I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom.
Right.
And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright.
So Jacob, obviously, because Jacob's smarter than Esau, he was like, look, sell me your birthright, because he's the firstborn, right? And he said, yeah, right? I'm faint, I'm tired. Right? Go ahead, Reed.
It says, and Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall this birthright do to me?
Right.
And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he swore unto him, and he sold his birthright unto Jacob.
And he sold his birthright unto Jacob, man. Right, Reed?
Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils. And he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright.
He despised his birthright, right? He didn't care. Like anything he does, man. Right? Now let's jump up to chapter 27. We're gonna start at 27 and verse 1, and then we're gonna jump from there, all right? Now you have the understanding of what the prophecy was that was told unto Rebekah. You know the prophecies that were foretold to Abraham about Isaac. That in Isaac, his seed shall be called, right? Right? And it's an everlasting covenant. All right, go ahead, King.
Book of Genesis, chapter 27, verse 1. And it came to pass that when Isaac was old, and his eyes were dim, so that he could not see, he called Esau his eldest son. And said unto him, my son. And he said unto him, behold, here am I. And
so now, Salakia, realize how old and blind Isaac had to be. He was in his dying years already. Realize that. He couldn't even recognize his son after some time, man. He said, come here closer so I could recognize you. He didn't even recognize his son. So realize that, how aged he was at this point. Being aged, remember, he was 60 years old when the boys were born, 60 plus, I should say, when the kids were born.
Con.
So by this time, he's already, he's in that state, man. The Lord's calling his spirit already. So he's blind, man. Right? But go ahead, keep reading.
Con said, and he called Esau his eldest son and said to him, my son. And he said to him, behold, here I am. And he said, behold, now I am old. I know not the day of my death. Now therefore take, I pray thee, thy weapons, thy quiver, and thy bow, and go out to the field and take me some venison, and make me savory meat, such as I love, and bring it to me, that I may eat, that my soul may bless thee before I die.
So he basically saying, make me one last dinner, right? And do it so I could bless you, right? Now, just because he told him to do this and he was given the blessing, don't mean that the blessing was supposed to be his. Esau don't care about no blessing from the Lord, man, or from his father, for that matter. He literally sold his birthright for one meal, right? So go ahead, keep reading.
Con. And Rebekah heard when Isaac spake to Esau his son, and Esau went to the field to hunt for venison.
So now Rebekah heard this, right? Read.
And to bring it. And Rebekah spake unto Jacob her son, saying, behold, I heard thy father speak unto Esau thy brother, saying, bring me venison and make me savory meat, that I may eat and bless before the Lord before my death. Now therefore, my son, obey my voice according to that which I command thee. Go now to the flock and fetch me from thence 2 good kids of the goats, and I will make them savory meat for thy father.
We'll make them savory meat, right? Read.
That such as he loveth, and thou shalt bring it to thy father, that he may eat, and that he may bless thee for his death.
Why? Because that blessing that he was going to bless Esau should have never went to Esau. It should always go to Jacob. So whether you want to call it a trick or a misdirection, the blessing was always supposed to go to Jacob, man, not Esau.
Con.
Reading.
Con. It says, and Jacob said to Rebekah his mother, behold, Esau my brother is a hairy man, and I am a smooth man. It says, and my father peradventure will fail me, and I shall seem to him as a deceiver, and I shall bring a curse upon me and not a blessing.
Right.
And his mother said to him, upon me be thy curse, my son. Only obey my voice and go fetch me them.
Yeah, she's like, trust me. The Lord already spoke with me. I know what the prophecy is before y'all were born. Right?
Come.
Read.
And he went and fetched and brought them to his mother. And his mother his mother made savory meat, such as his father loved. And Rebekah took goodly raiment of her eldest son Esau, which were with her in the house, and put them upon Jacob her younger son. And she put the skins of the kids of the goat upon his hands and upon the smooth of his neck. And she gave the savory meat and the bread which she had prepared into the hand of her son Jacob. And he came unto his father and said, my father. And he said, here I am. Who art thou, my son?
Right.
And Jacob said unto his father, I am Esau, thy firstborn. I have done according as thou badest me. Arise, I pray thee, sit and eat of my venison, that thy soul may bless thee. And Isaac said unto his son, how is it that thou hast found it so quickly, my son? And
Yeah, he's like, damn, hey, that was quick.
Con.
Go ahead.
And he said, because the Lord thy God brought it to me.
Right. Where you at? What verse?
Verse 21.
All right, jump up to verse 26.
Con, verse 26. And his father Isaac said to him, come near now and kiss me, my son. And he came near and kissed him, and he smelt the smell of his raiment, and blessed him, and said, see, the smell of my son is in the smell of a field which the Lord hath blessed.
Right.
Therefore, God give thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth.
Hold on, the dew of the heaven and the fatness of the earth, man. What is that? That's rulership, man. That's everything, the first fruits of everything, man.
Come on.
All right. Go ahead.
And plenty of corn and wine.
Mm-hmm.
And let people serve thee.
Let people do what?
And let people serve thee.
Hold on. This is rulership, man. Right? Read.
And nations bow down to thee.
Hold on. Read that again.
Let people serve thee, and nations bow down to thee.
And nations bow down to thee, man. All right. This is not a exclusive club, the unexclusive club that everybody can join, man. You got to be from the seed. There's a hierarchy here. Some are in that hierarchy, are lower, man. Right?
Car.
Gio, Shalom, King. Shalom. Batista, Shalom, King. Yabashamash Bakatam. Go ahead, King.
And it says, be Lord over thy brethren, and let thy mother's son bow down to thee. Cursed be everyone that curseth thee, and blessed be he that curseth thee. And it came to pass as soon as Isaac had made an end of blessing Jacob, and Jacob was yet scarce going out from the presence of Isaac his father, that Esau his brother came in from his hunting.
Just in time. Just in time. Right?
God.
So now we have the understanding. Now we understand that. Let's grab some prophecies, all right? First prophecy we're going to go to is the book of Leviticus, chapter 26 and verse 42. We have to be obedient to the Most High God, and He will remember the covenant that He made with our forefathers. We cannot, be disobedient and expect the Most High to give us this glorious covenant and blessing that He promised our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. Right? Leviticus 26 and 42.
God's book of Leviticus, chapter 26, verse 42.
Mm-hmm.
Then I remember my covenant with Jacob.
Then I will remember my covenant with Jacob. Read.
And also my covenant with Isaac.
And my covenant with Isaac.
And also my covenant with Abraham will I remember.
So hold on a second, man. Wasn't it supposed to be only with Esau, the firstborn? No. The covenant was always supposed to go to Jacob. Always. Right?
God.
How do we know that? Let's get that in 2nd Ezra, chapter 6. And we'll start at verse. Start at verse 6. 6 and 6.
God, this book, 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 6.
Right.
It says, then I did consider these things.
Uh-huh.
They all were made through me alone.
Right.
And through none other. By me also they shall be ended, and by none other.
Remember how we read in Isaiah, I declared the end from the beginning, man. Can none deliver from my hand? Right? It's a fixed game, man. Ain't nothing you can do about it. He didn't trick the Most High God. Can nobody trick him, man? That's some Christianity mumbo jumbo, hocus pocus, magic, a flip of the hand, rabbit in the hat, bull crap, man. Straight the hell up, man. Right? Go ahead, keep reading.
It says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first?
Yeah.
And the beginning of it that followed.
Yeah. When is the end going to come, right? Read.
And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, and when Jacob and Esau were born, of him.
When Jacob and Esau were born, read.
Of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
The heel of Esau, read.
For Esau is the end of the world.
For Esau is the end of the world, read.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. That's the promise. That's your world, Israel. Right? Why are you always trying to give it to someone else? Right? It don't belong to no one else but the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. Right? And this is rulership, man. Right? As a matter of fact, give me Baruch, man. See, now we go. Now you got me going off the scripture. No worries. Yeah, Baruch.
Bring it out.
Chapter 2. We're gonna read. Give me Salakia. Give me Baruch chapter 2. Let's start at verse 34. Watch this. Baruch 2 and 34. We're gonna start there. This is the promise, Israel. You there, Ak?
So like, what chapter you said?
Baruch chapter 2. We're gonna start at verse 34.
All right, come on. This book of Baruch chapter 2, verse 34.
Come on.
It says, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised.
But when did he promise that? Remember in Abraham, chapter 17? This is the exact promise, man. Right? I will bring them into the land that I promised them. Read.
With an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they shall be lords of it.
They shall be what of it?
And they shall be lords of it.
Lords of it, right? Read.
And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their God.
And to be their God, read.
And they shall be my people.
Be my people, read.
And I will no more drive my people out of Israel, out of the land that I have given them.
You see that? That's the promise, Israel. That's a mic drop right there, right? From there, let's go to Romans, man. Right? Let's go to Romans 9. Start at verse 1. We're going to end it with this, right? You always end it with Romans 9, right? You don't need to go anywhere else after that.
This the TNT right here.
The TNT, right.
Con.
This is the DDT. If y'all like versus the DDT, the figure 4 leg lock. You can't get out of it.
Right here. The finisher.
Right. Go ahead, King.
This book of Romans chapter 9, verse 1. I say the truth in Christ. I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Ghost, that I have a great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Christ for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
According to the flesh.
Who are Israelites. To whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants.
And the covenants.
And the giving of the law.
And the giving of the law, read.
And the service of God. And the promises.
And the promises, read.
Whose are the fathers, and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Christ came.
Who concerning the flesh, Christ came, read.
Who is over all. God bless forever. Amen.
Read on.
Not as though the word of the Most High have taken none effect.
Right.
For they are not all Israel which are of Israel. Neither because they are seed of Abraham are they all children. But in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
And who?
In Isaac shall thy seed be called.
In Isaac shall thy seed be called. Read.
That is, that which are the children of the flesh. These are not the children of God.
Right.
But the children of the promise are counted for the seed.
Are counted by the seed. Read.
For this is the word of promise. At this time will I come, and Sarah shall have a son. And not only this, but when Rebekah also had conceived by one, even by our father Isaac, for the children being not yet born, being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to election, might stand.
Read.
Not of works, but of him that calleth.
Of him that calleth, he called you. Read.
It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger.
The elder shall serve the younger. Read.
As it is written.
As it is written.
Love. But Esau have I hated.
Right.
What shall we say then?
What shall we say then?
Is there unrighteousness with God? God forbid.
Hell no. Right? Hello, Yahweh, right? We got God. It's like that, y'all. Straight like that, man. Show me how that's right. Right?
Straight like
all praises. Hey, it gets no clearer than that, man. So these Christians, man, they finished, bro. They finished. Right? It has always been the will of the Most High God, man.
Not by works. Not by works, right. But election.
Election, right. Any precepts, man?
La.
All right, man. With that, we're gonna say shalom. How about Shem Yahushua Barakatham to the family? All right, shalom.
Shalom. Come here,